Page 81. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In that instant, Lin Mo felt his understanding of the fairy ball deepen. He thought about the past 2 months, how he'd been searching for Chopper everywhere, but with no luck. Now, Chopper had practically delivered himself. It seemed completing this task was all about letting things play out naturally. With that in mind, Lin Mo stopped looking for Chopper, rounded a corner, walked past the crowd, and headed into town. Hey, kid, do you even know what you did? You just let Xuanan go. Do you know how dangerous he is? That monster is a menace. Yeah, you shouldn't have saved that snowman. If you're so strong, why didn't you help us take him down? That the group with guns started complaining as Lin Mo walked by. Lin Mo kept walking, not saying a word. Luo, however, couldn't help but yell, "Are you sure that was Yukio? Did he hurt you? Did he do anything wrong?" Luo's questions got everyone's attention. After a pause, the townspeople grumbled. He hasn't hurt us yet. Should we wait until he actually does something before we act? Exactly. Even if he's not Yukio, he's still some kind of weird monster. Monsters are bad news. Even if you don't kill him, you can't let him into town. Luo was surprised by their prejudice against Chopper. Clenching his teeth, Luo pressed on. Have you even talked to him? Do you understand him? Do you know what he wants, or if he'll even hurt you? What's there to talk about with a monster? Kid, you're nuts. We don't have time to understand a monster. The second a monster gets close, it might kill us. Right. That monster's sly, pretending to be all pitiful to get our sympathy. As if we'd fall for that old trick. You're the funny ones. Luo was furious. He realized he couldn't change their minds about Chopper. Arguing with these narrow-minded people was pointless. Luo turned and chased after Lin Mo. Ever since Lin Mo took that bullet for Chopper, Luo figured that the person Lin Mo had been searching for was probably that little monster. He was puzzled by their negative comments, and why Lin Mo didn't defend Chopper. Now he understood, it was better to stay silent than waste your breath arguing with stubborn people. The outcome couldn't be changed, so saying anything was useless. At least, that was Luo's take on it. Lin Mo simply didn't feel like talking. Afterward, word spread through Kequite Town that Lin Mo could crush bullets with his bare hands. Lin Mo himself left Kequite Town and headed to the small town near the pier. It had been a while since he'd been to a tavern, and he decided to enjoy a drink. After walking for about half an hour, Lin Mo arrived on Magnetic Drum Island, the only town with a tavern. Stepping into the tavern, he was met with the same laughter as when he'd entered the taverns in Windmill Village and Frost Moon Village. Huh? What's a kid doing here? This is a tavern, right? Kid, you're in the wrong place. Want juice? Try the store next door. Look, he's got 2 swords and a gourd. Is that a wine gourd? Or a juice gourd? Haha. Little guy, this isn't your place. Go home. Lin Mo ignored the insults, walked to the U-shaped bar, skillfully sat on a high stool, and slammed a handful of Baileys onto the bar before the owner could kick him out. The tavern owner was surprised. Lin Mo said blankly, "Give me your best stuff." Okay. The owner immediately pocketed the Baileys. Money was money, whether from an adult or a kid. Soon, the owner brought Lin Mo a glass of bubbling liquor. Lin Mo took a sip, and then Luo rushed in. "Figures I'd find you here drinking," Luo said, sitting in the empty seat next to Lin Mo. "You look younger than me, how can you hold your liquor so well?" Lin Mo ignored him and finished his drink. He pulled out more Baileys and ordered another glass. Suddenly, the tavern door burst open. A man in a dark blue jacket rushed in, shouting, "Something's happened in Kequite Town, .. Chapter 57 Magnetic Drum Island. What is it? What happened to Kequite Town? Spit it out, Jian. Is it Walpo's guards causing trouble again? They've kicked all the doctors off the island except his 100. What more does he want?" The tavern was buzzing with questions. Gasping for breath, the man named Jian said, "It is the guards, but they're not after doctors. They're after some kid." Huh? A kid? What kid? What's Walpo up to? Is he making up new rules? Page 82. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The new rules hadn't been announced yet. I heard that in the meantime, he's been looking for a kid who can crush bullets with his bare hands. Jian went on, just now, word came from Yekai Town about a kid who was trying to save Xuanan. Apparently, he crushed some bullets, and the king's guards went to Yekai Town after hearing about it. Whoa. Is there really a kid who can do that? Are you messing with me? No joke, this is the real deal. Ah, Jian said, serious. I heard the guards couldn't find the kid, so they grabbed the hotel owner where he was staying. They basically told him to tell the kid to come to the castle, or the owner is a goner. Man, are you serious? That's rough for the hotel owner. What does this kid look like, anyway? Hang on, let me think. Ah, Jian paused. Oh yeah, the little dude can't be more than a few years old, with 2 swords strapped to his waist and a wine gourd. Wait a minute, are you sure this is the kid the king's guards are after? Jian looked confused. Positive, why? Everyone in the tavern turned to look at Lin Mo, who was at the bar, finishing his drink. One of them couldn't help but gulp, pointed at Lin Mo, and asked, that kid you're talking about, could it be him? Jian stared at Lin Mo, stunned for a second, then exclaimed, huh? You're right, that's him. What's he doing here? Looks like you're about to be famous, Luo said with a wry smile. Lin Mo calmly finished the last of his drink. The tavern went silent, everyone watched him without saying a word. Lin Mo reached into his pocket, a collective gasp went through the room, then, Lin Mo pulled out a handful of Baileys again, handed his empty gourd to the bartender, and said in a matter-of-fact tone, another round of the same. The bartender was caught off guard, but he quickly took the money and the gourd. Luo couldn't help but chuckle. Questions instantly filled the tavern. Is that really the kid? Ah, Jian, are you sure you got it right? He doesn't look like much, but he can definitely put it away. You must have heard wrong. If that's really the kid, he came all the way from Yekai Town through the blizzard. He didn't just come for a drink, did he? Actually, Lin Mo was just there for a drink. Luo was probably the only one who knew that. The bartender refilled Lin Mo's drink. Lin Mo hung the wine gourd on his waist, hopped off the stool, and headed for the door. Seeing him leave, Luo immediately followed. The other patrons watched Lin Mo go, each with a different expression. Once out of the tavern, Lin Mo didn't stick around. He headed straight for Walpo's castle. You're really going to save that guy? Luo asked, walking beside Lin Mo. Lin Mo ignored him. Luo continued, I thought you wouldn't lift a finger. You seem like a jerk, but you're actually a lot nicer than all those talkers. Lin Mo. Lin Mo was momentarily speechless. Did this guy get the wrong idea? Sure, he could have ignored the hotel owner, but he'd paid a deposit when he checked in. If the guy died, who would give him his money back? It was only a few Baileys, but that's enough for a few bottles of wine. Plus, during the 2 months he stayed at the hotel, the owner would often tell him to be careful when going out. He knew Lin Mo liked to drink, so he'd give him some homemade wine every now and then. All in all, the owner was a decent guy. Lin Mo could tell right from wrong. He's just paying back what he owes, so what's so nice about that? Valber's castle sat on top of a high, drum-shaped mountain. To get up there, you had to use one of the cable cars. As the guards were about to send up a wave of supplies, they saw 2 kids approaching. One of the guards yelled, "This ain't a playground, go home." Lin Mo and Luo kept coming. Soon, they reached the cable car. The guard was about to scold them, but his buddy pulled him back, and pointed to the sword and wine jug hanging on Lin Mo's waist, looking panicked. That's the kid His Majesty Walpo's looking for. What? The guard looked at Lin Mo again, his face froze. Huh. You're right, that's him. Doesn't look like we are who you're looking for. Luo said, smirking. The 2 guards stepped back. Lin Mo didn't bother with them, and walked right into the cable car. Luo followed. The guards looked at each other, started the cable car, and sent a signal to their buddies up on the mountain. When Lin Mo and Luo got to the top, they were greeted by a squad of heavily armed guards. Leading the pack was a burly dude in a green jacket with a square face. Page 83. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Dalton was the captain of the guard for the Magnetic Drum Kingdom. He possessed the powers of the cow fruit, model, bull, allowing him to transform into a bovine hybrid. Lin Mo remembered Dalton as a genuinely good and honest man. Dalton had always resented Walpo's tyranny. Eventually, circumstances led him to stand against Walpo, but he was defeated and imprisoned. He was rescued by the villagers only after Walpo went to sea. Later, when Luffy and his crew passed through the Magnetic Drum Kingdom and helped him defeat Walpo for good, he was crowned king of the renamed Sakura Kingdom, much to the delight of the people. However, the Dalton standing before them was merely Walpo's puppet, forced to obey his orders despite his inner resistance. Seeing the two kids emerge from the cable car, Dalton frowned and turned to his men. Are you sure about this? Do these two kids really pose a threat to the kingdom? Chapter 58 Magnetic Drum Island. Don't worry, your next Captain, the intel is solid. It's the kid with the two swords. He's the one who could threaten the kingdom. One of Dalton's men answered, standing at attention. What about the kid in the hat? Dalton asked, pointing to Law. His subordinates shook their heads, admitting they didn't know where Law came from. Dalton paused, conflicted. He didn't truly want to arrest Lin Mo and Law. He hadn't witnessed Lin Mo's abilities firsthand and wasn't sure if the boy truly could stop bullets. Since Walpo's ascension to the throne, he'd implemented numerous unfair laws that were making the people of the Magnetic Drum Kingdom miserable. Anything perceived as a threat to Walpo was to be eliminated. Regardless of whether it was a person or thing, even if a child had no intention of harming Drum Island or fighting against him, Walpo would order them exiled or killed. Listen, you two, just leave Drum Island now. I can guarantee the hotel owner's safety, Dalton said, still unable to bring himself to harm the kids. Law looked at Lin Mo. Lin Mo stepped forward without a word. The surrounding guards immediately aimed their weapons at him. Ignoring them, Lin Mo walked past Dalton. Law grinned and followed Lin Mo, heading towards the castle in the distance. Dalton watched Lin Mo walk by in a daze, then turned to watch Lin Mo and Law head for the castle. His men followed Lin Mo and Law at a distance, their guns trained on them. Lin Mo reached the castle gates. The gates swung open. A fat, ugly man with dark purple hair, a huge mouth, a tin plate attached to his chin, and a white hooded cape made of Deccan tin, sat atop a fat, goofy-looking hippopotamus named Robson. Surrounded by soldiers, this was the tyrannical king of Drum Island. Walpo, nicknamed Tin Plate Walpo, was a paramecia-type devil fruit user who had eaten the munch fruit. He could consume anything and incorporate it into his body, or synthesize new things from it. He could even eat himself, then spit it out to become thinner. The munch fruit had incredible potential if the user had developed and harnessed its capabilities effectively. Unfortunately, even the most powerful devil fruit was wasted in the hands of an idiot. Huh? What are these two brats doing here? Walpo, perched on Robson's back, arrogantly surveyed Lin Mo and Law. Without bothering to figure out who posed a threat, he declared, "Ahahaha, it doesn't matter who you are. Now that you're here, you can forget about leaving." Walpo clapped his hands. His men shoved the hotel owner forward, his hands tied behind his back. "If you don't want this guy to die, stand still and don't move," Walpo snarled. "Go on, kill those two brats. Ahahaha, once they're gone, no one in the country will be able to resist me anymore, ahahaha." Seeing that Lin Mo had actually come, the hotel owner cried out, "Kid, run. Don't worry about me. You're too young to die here." Lin Mo stared at Walpo, his face devoid of emotion. Walpo's men swarmed Lin Mo and Law. Dozens of guns were aimed at them. Law smirked, raised his hand, and created a room, engulfing everyone around them. "No need to lift a finger, I've got this," Law said just before vanishing in a flash. Walpo's guards stared in disbelief. "Huh? Where'd he go? Where did that kid with the hat go? How did he just disappear?" Just as everyone was bewildered, Luo reappeared behind several of them and swiftly sliced off their arms and legs with his blade. Ag, my hands, my legs. It's over. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Wait. I'm still alive. Oh my God. He's a monster. This kid's a monster. Run! The remaining guards turned and fled, but they were still trapped within Luo's room, and their speed was no match for his. Before they could escape the confines of the room, Luo caught up with them. All the guards, except for those outside the room, were cut into pieces and scattered across the ground, yet they remained alive. Huh! Walpo's eyes widened in shock. What kind of power is that? It's unbelievable. Humph. Luo chuckled. Don't worry, you're next in line to be dissected. Luo expanded the room, encompassing Walpo within its confines. In a flash, he stood before Walpo, terror washed over Walpo's face, and before he could react, he was sliced into countless pieces by Luo. Page 84. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Your Majesty, are you okay? Walpo's men yelled, panicked. Luo just smiled and said to Lin Mo, these guys are so weak. Lin Mo walked forward without a word. Just then, Dalton, using his cow fruit powers, transformed into a black bull and blocked Lin Mo and Luo's path. I don't want to fight you, Dalton said grimly, but I'm the captain of the guard. Even if the king is a joke, I can't let you hurt him. You two, leave this country right now. Don't make me do something I don't want to do. Lin Mo didn't even slow down, just like coming down from the mountain. He ignored Dalton and kept walking. As he was about to pass, Dalton roared and charged, deciding he had no choice but to attack. Dalton rushed at Lin Mo, trying to knock him aside with a powerful charge, but Lin Mo easily dodged Dalton's attacks. Even when he was only a few feet from the hotel owner, Dalton kept coming. Lin Mo raised his hand and, as Dalton came close, struck him in the chest, sending him flying a good 30 feet. The armored color on his hands faded. Lin Mo approached the guards holding the hotel owner. Before he could say anything, the guard, terrified, trembled and dropped the rope tied to the hotel owner. Lin Mo calmly untied the rope, now free. The hotel owner looked at Lin Mo, stunned. You. Lin Mo, you knocked Captain Dalton away with one punch. Are you really that strong? Chapter 59. Drum Island's abandoned rumble fruit power The hotel owner's shock didn't faze Lin Mo. The guards of the Drum Kingdom were staring in disbelief. What's he doing? Luo asked, noticing Walpo, who he'd sliced to pieces, eating his own body parts. Disgust filled him. So this guy's got powers too, gross. Lin Mo already knew about Walpo's ability, so he wasn't surprised. Walpo has the monk fruit ability, the hotel owner said, worried. Anything he eats becomes part of him. If he eats all the weapons, you're in real danger. You two need to get out of here now while you still can. Humph. None of you are going anywhere. Walpo had eaten the remains of his body and spat out a thinner version of himself from a metal bucket. He then grabbed the guns dropped by the guards and ate them. Luo frowned. His room hadn't been deactivated. In an instant, he was in front of Walpo again, ready to strike. Walpo fused the guns he'd just eaten into a rocket launcher-like muzzle protruding from his chest. As Luo's sword came down, a bullet shot out, narrowly missing Luo's cheek. It should have hit. Luckily, Luo reacted fast and dodged in time. Damn it! Luo frowned and continued to attack Walpo. As Walpo ate more weapons, more muzzles appeared all over his body, firing a barrage of bullets. Even though Luo could teleport in his room, the sheer number of bullets made it difficult for him, especially since he didn't have much experience using his powers. After all, he was only 14. Seeing the barrage coming at him, Luo quickly teleported to the edge of the room, barely avoiding being hit. At the same time, Walpo's men pushed out a few cannons from the castle. Walpo jumped onto a cannon and began eating it. Those two little punks are done for. When His Majesty Walpo gets serious, he's unstoppable. Ha ha ha, I almost feel bad for them. They should have run when they had the chance. Now they're trapped. The guards pushing the cannons snickered. Luo tried to take out the cannons before Walpo could eat them, but before he got close, a dozen muzzles popped out of Walpo's body, unleashing a storm of bullets. Even though Luo could teleport, the sheer number of bullets made it tough, and Luo, who lacked experience using his devil fruit, was having trouble, seeing that he couldn't dodge and was about to be hit. Luo teleported to the edge of the room, avoiding getting hurt. At the same time, Walpo had eaten the cannons. He wiped his mouth and turned his gaze to Lin Mo, who was only a few feet away. "I'll take care of you first, then the guy with the hat." Walpo laughed. The guards behind him joined in. Lin Mo watched Walpo's hands and the top of his head turn into rocket launcher muzzles, all aimed at him. "Say your prayers." Walpo cackled and attacked. Several shells of different sizes flew toward Lin Mo. The hotel owner was terrified, his legs shaking so hard he fell to the ground. He could only think, "This is it." Lin Mo watched as the bullets drew closer. Amidst the laughter, a series of explosions sounded as the bullets hit Lin Mo. Page 85. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Smoke was everywhere, thick as fog. Everyone there, except Luo, figured Lin Mo and the hotel owner were done for. Not far off, Dalton, the guy Lin Mo had decked earlier, was getting up out of the snow. He turned just in time to see Lin Mo take Walpo's hit, and you could see the regret and self-blame all over his face. "Ha, that kid's gotta be toast. Thought he was tougher than he was. Froze up instead of dodging bullets, the idiot. Yeah, he was probably too scared to move. Ha, he had it coming, big time. Hey, Walpo, why don't you take out the guy in the hat? We're suffering here. If you take him down, maybe we can get back to normal." The guards were shouting. Walpo just grinned and turned to Luo. "Okay, kid, you're next. Ha, say your prayers." Heh. Luo just smirked. Before Walpo could launch his attack, Luo's smirk stopped him. "What's so funny?" Luo chuckled. "You really think that little firecracker was gonna kill Lin Mo? What?" Walpo immediately looked toward where Lin Mo had been. The smoke from the explosion was starting to clear, and a glowing golden dome slowly appeared. "Huh? What's that?" Walpo asked, surprised. Lin Mo raised the fairy ball. When everyone saw Lin Mo and the hotel owner standing there safe and sound, jaws dropped. "Huh? They're okay. What the heck just happened? How could anyone block Walpo's attack? Holy crap, what was that golden ball?" That everyone was in shock. Walpo gritted his teeth, glaring at Lin Mo, and pointed all his guns at him again. "You little punk, let's see how many times you can dodge this." Lin Mo just gave him a look that said, seriously, that this guy was a total pain. Before Walpo could attack again, Lin Mo flashed in front of him. Walpo didn't even have time to react before Lin Mo kicked him square in the gut, smashing the gun barrel sticking out of his stomach with a satisfying crunch. Walpo went flying. "Walpo! Your Majesty, we're coming to get you." The few guys still in one piece who hadn't been turned into mincemeat by Luo took off after Walpo, headed in the direction Lin Mo had kicked him. Lin Mo just turned and headed for the cable car. As he walked past the hotel owner, he said, "Let's go." The hotel owner, still stunned, nodded and scrambled to his feet, stumbling after Lin Mo. Luo was about to leave when Dalton stopped him. Dalton was back to his normal self. "I know this is asking a lot, but my men are just following orders. They're not bad guys. Could you, fix them?" Luo glanced at the mangled mess, still barely alive, and sneered, "You gonna tell me how to do my thing? Chapter 60 Drum Island. You happy now, guys? Ding. Fought White Iron Walpo and gained the favor of Guard Captain Dalton. Sign in progress plus 20%, current total progress is 70%, reward iron level plus 1, current iron level is LV3. As soon as Lin Mo got to the cable car, he heard the system notification in his head. Lin Mo was used to these random triggers to complete the sign in progress, so he wasn't too surprised and hopped on the cable car. The hotel owner followed right behind. Luo, on the other hand, didn't move. Dalton stood in front of Luo, his face a mask of sadness. I know this country is a lost cause. I can't stand Walpo's crap, but as long as I'm the guard captain, I gotta do what I'm told. I know you don't owe my men anything after what happened, but they just attacked you because they had to. We're citizens of Drum Island. If I don't obey Walpo, I'm dead. Their fate? You can probably guess. Without hesitation, Dalton dropped to his knees in the snow. I'm begging you. Just fix my men. You can kill me if you want, I won't fight back. Captain, you're kneeling for our enemies. Jeez. Captain, you're too good to us. Captain, no. Captain, get up. Boss. There were sobs everywhere, these grown men were crying like little kids. Luo's mouth twitched. He really didn't want to deal with this, but the crying was getting on his nerves. Just then, the hotel owner called out from the cable car, Dalton's not like Walpo. He's actually a good guy. Luo, if you can help those guys out, do it. It's freezing on this cable car, hurry up. I'm fine, but Lin Mo will catch a cold. Lin Mo. Like a little breeze was going to make him catch a cold. Luo was quiet for a second, then he helped Dalton to his feet. He looked annoyed, but he opened up his room space again and used his power to put everyone back together as fast as he could. Thank you. Seriously. Dalton said, full of gratitude. Luo waved him off and headed straight for the cable car. Once he was on, Dalton ordered someone to start it and send them down the mountain. When the three of them reached the bottom. Page 86. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Thanks from the hotel owner. Luo occasionally exchanged a few words with him. Lin Mo stayed silent, having nothing to add. As they passed a treehouse, its doors suddenly swung open. Out stepped an old woman, Kureha, sporting a white crop top, purple coat, and wide-leg pants. Her long, loose hair framed a wrinkled face, and despite her age, she possessed a tall, slender frame and a lively energy. She held a bottle of plum wine. Spotting Lin Mo and the others approaching from Magnetic Drum Peak, where the castle was located, Kureha took a swig, grinned, and cackled, "Hey hey hey hey, having fun, you little rascals." "Who's she?" Luo asked, puzzled. "It's the witch." The hotel owner visibly sweated at the sight of her. Kureha chuckled. "Want to know the secret to eternal youth?" The hotel owner quickly shook his head. "No. I wasn't asking." Lin Mo watched the so-called witch with a calm gaze. He knew exactly who she was. Kureha, supposedly 120 years old, was a brilliant doctor, but her fees were outrageous. She and the quack Dr. Hiraluk were the only two on Drum Island who defied Walpo's order to expel all physicians. They would be hunted relentlessly by Walpo's men in the coming years. More importantly, Kureha would become Chopper's mentor after Hiraluk's death, passing on all her medical knowledge. Kureha's eyes darted between Lin Mo and Luo, noticing the wine gourd at Lin Mo's waist. She focused on him, stroking her chin. "So, you're the kid making waves around here, using some kind of witchy magic to heal people?" Lin Mo nodded. "Hey hey hey." Kureha took another swig, wiping her mouth. "Interesting. Tell you what, I'll tell you the secret to eternal youth in exchange for the secret to your healing magic. Deal?" Lin Mo was speechless. Luo, giving the hotel owner a look, asked, "Who is this old lady?" Kureha's ears perked up. She flicked a small scalpel towards Luo. Luo instinctively caught it. "A scalpel?" He looked surprised. "I'm only 120, Kureha retorted with a smirk. The hotel owner pulled Luo aside. "That's Kureha. She's kind of a doctor here in the Magnetic Drum Kingdom. Super skilled, but her temper is awful. She only treats people when she feels like it, and she charges a fortune. Everyone calls her the witch." "So, she's really good?" Luo asked. The hotel owner nodded vigorously. "The oldest doctor in the kingdom. They say she's a medical genius. I'm only in my 120s. Kureha tossed another scalpel, this time at the hotel owner. He gasped. The scalpel was meant to just graze his face, but he stumbled sideways, and it flew straight towards his forehead. Ah! He cried, with lightning reflexes. Luo grabbed the scalpel's handle, the blade stopped less than half an inch from the hotel owner's forehead. Hey, you got lucky there, Kureha said, then took another drink. Just then, a booming voice called out, Kureha, I've just perfected a new medicine. A man in a green sweater, black coat, and top hat, lugging a black suitcase emblazoned with a skull, hurried towards them through the snow. He froze when he saw three strangers by Kureha's treehouse, his eyes fixed on the hotel owner. He grabbed a small bottle of bubbling green liquid from his suitcase and trotted over, excited. Isn't that Boss Poke? Heard you've been catching colds. I just finished this new medicine. How about you try it and tell me what you think? No, stay away. Poke's face paled. He backed away, shaking his head. I don't want to die. Stay away, Chapter 61 Drum Island Net tells the truth The man trying to push his new medicine was none other than the quack doctor, Hiraluk. Boss Poke, this stuff is guaranteed to work. Just one try, I won't even charge you. Hiraluk chased Poke with manic enthusiasm compared to Kureha, whose skills were top-notch but whose fees were sky-high. Hiraluk's services were free, but his medical expertise was a curse upon Magnetic Drum Island. His favorite pastime was concocting strange, untested remedies. Anyone who took his medicine would only find their condition worsened, if they survived at all, so, the people of Magnetic Drum Island would rather suffer without any treatment than risk their lives with Hiraluk. Hey, don't run. Hiraluk chased Poke, the two of them circling around Lin Mo, Luo, and Kureha. What an idiot, he. Kureha watched and laughed, taking another drink. Both Luo and Lin Mo were speechless. Not far away, behind a pine tree, stood Chopper, a humanoid reindeer. He watched Lin Mo and the others with a mixture of longing and fear. He considered approaching, but couldn't bring himself to do it. Sensing Chopper's gaze, Lin Mo looked his way. Chopper, startled, stumbled to the ground. He looked at Lin Mo in a panic. Seeing the man still watching him, he leaped up, turned around a couple of times, and instinctively hid behind the pine tree, peeking out at Lin Mo again. Seeing that Lin Mo had noticed something, Luo followed his gaze. He saw Chopper hiding behind the tree and frowned. What's that guy doing? Why is he only using the tree to cover half his face, leaving the rest of his body out in the open? Page 87. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hey! Chopper jumped, hearing Law's voice. He quickly ducked behind the tree, trying to hide what little of him was visible, then peeked out, showing just half his face. Law just stared. Seriously? What's this guy doing? Law asked, exasperated. We already found him, why is he hiding? By the way, this is the guy you've been looking for, right? That he glanced at Lin Mo for confirmation. Lin Mo simply smiled, saying nothing. Just then, Kureha and the others spotted Chopper too. Hiraluk and Kureha seemed unfazed, but Poke, the hotel owner, looked more terrified than when he'd met Hiraluk. Is that the snowman everyone's been talking about? Are we being watched by a monster? As soon as Chopper heard monster, his cautiousness turned to pure fear and panic. Seeing Chopper was distressed, Law started to tell Poke to knock it off, but Hiraluk stepped in front of Chopper first. Poke, cut it out. Can't you see the kid's scared? He's not a monster. Poke blinked, surprised. Hiraluk slowly approached Chopper. Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you. Chopper just stared at him, wide-eyed. Suddenly, Hiraluk tripped and fell. The suitcase he was carrying flew open, and a tranquilizer gun tumbled out. The second Chopper saw the gun, he bolted, disappearing into the pine forest. Hiraluk scrambled to his feet, ignoring his scattered belongings, and ran after Chopper. Wait! It's just a tranquilizer gun. I don't mean you any harm. Really, I won't hurt you. He's really chasing after the snow boy. Hiraluk's lost it. Poke muttered, watching Hiraluk disappear. Kureha chuckled, taking another swig of wine. Heh, what a busybody. Is it okay for that weirdo to chase after him? Law asked Lin Mo. He thought Lin Mo would take off after them. Lin Mo just smiled. It's fine. In his memory, Chopper and Hiraluk weren't supposed to meet for another year or two. But even if they met now, it wouldn't be a problem. Sure, a lot of people saw Hiraluk as a quack and a screw-up, but he was one of the few people in the Drum Kingdom who wasn't prejudiced and genuinely wanted to save the country and its people. He was a good person with a muddled approach. He could teach Chopper a lot about life, steer him in the right direction. He might not be a great doctor, but he could be a great mentor. Law looked at Lin Mo strangely but didn't press the issue. Kureha was also looking at Lin Mo. Even though he'd only said a few words, she had the feeling that this kid knew Hiraluk and the little blue-nosed reindeer pretty well. Hey kid, what's your name? Kureha asked, smirking. Lin Mo. He replied simply. Heh 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 heh, Kureha chuckled, taking another drink. Haven't seen you around before. First time on Drum Island. Lin Mo nodded. Yeah. So, you know that bonehead quack? Nope. Lin Mo gave Kureha a strange look. What was she getting at? That's weird. Kureha took another sip. The way you were talking just now, it seemed like you'd known that quack for ages. Lin Mo's just a quiet guy who doesn't like talking to people. Law said, cutting in. Neither of us are from Drum Island. I've been with him everywhere he's gone for the last couple of months. If he knew that guy, I'd know about it. That's right. Poke chimed in. I can vouch for that. They've been staying at my hotel for over 2 months. They leave and come back around the same time every day. Kureha, you must be mistaken. Lin Mo's from off-island, how could he know Hiraluk? Oh, yeah, in town, when folks are chatting, they might mention that quack Hiraluk. Even if Lin Mo knows who he is, he probably just heard people talking about him. Kureha raised an eyebrow, then burst out laughing. Heh 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 heh, okay, so that's it. Guess I misjudged the little brat. Hey kid, let me ask you something. What do you think of the Drum Kingdom? Lin Mo just stared at her. What was that about? Not great, Lin Mo said flatly. Heh 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 heh. Kureha kept drinking, then turned to Law. How about you? What's your take on the Drum Kingdom? Humph, what do you think? I agree with Lin Mo. Law scoffed. With a king like that, this country's doomed. Chapter 62 The Quack Doctor Who Wants to Save the People on Magnetic Drum Island. Law wasn't the timid type, so he wasn't afraid to speak his mind, but what he said scared the hotel owner, Poke, half to death. Shoo! Poke looked around nervously, leaned closer to Law, and whispered, even though you ran Walpo out of town, as long as he's still alive, as long as he's still the king of Drum Kingdom, we can't disrespect him. You and Lin Mo aren't from around here. You'll be leaving sooner or later. Before you go, you should avoid stirring up trouble, or it'll drag other people down with you. Heh 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 heh, you're just afraid they'll hurt you. Kureha said with a laugh. This country's sick, and no matter how hard the people who live here suffer, no matter how much they complain, nobody dares to stand up and fight back. The only one who does is a useless quack who everyone hates, a rat on the street. He foolishly thinks that his silly experiments can change this dying country. You call him a disaster, a leech on the Drum Kingdom, but even that awful man wants to save you pathetic fools. Heh, how ironic. She took another swig. Poke's face went from red to blue. That kind of guy probably can't even save himself, but he wants to save others. Poke clenched his fists. If he really wanted to help us, he wouldn't be studying medicines that just make things worse. Heh 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 heh, his medical skills are terrible. He knows those special medicines he makes aren't very effective, but he keeps at it because he believes he'll eventually create a cure-all. He's been failing the whole time, but he thinks anything's possible. Heh, that guy, in a way, is as unsalvageable as this country. No matter how bad his medical skills are, he's still a doctor. Law frowned. If there really was a cure-all that could fix everything, what would we even need doctors for? Since he's a doctor, he must understand that. Kureha focused on Law. That's why I said he's a hopeless quack. Even though he knew that there's no such thing, he still went ahead and tried to study it without a second thought. You won't find another idiot like him. Kid, from the way you're talking, you know something about medicine. Law smirked. I'm still learning more advanced skills. Since you're the oldest doctor on Drum Island, you must know a lot. I've read all the medical books I can find in all the towns here over the last couple of months, but there are still some things I don't understand. If you've got the time, could you teach me a few things? Heh, why should I? My medical skills aren't something just anyone can learn. Kid, get out of the way. Kureha took another drink, brushed past Law, and headed towards the edge of town. Law frowned, watching her walk away. Lin Mo had a pretty good idea what Law was thinking. Page 88. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Even though Luo had been following him everywhere for the past couple of months, and was pretty good about not bothering him, Lin Mo, who was used to his own space, still felt a little awkward having a tag-along. Perfect, now's my chance to ditch this guy. Lin Mo knew Kureha's personality inside and out. Sure, she's got a sharp tongue and seems unreasonable, like a cranky old lady, but that's just a facade. Underneath it all, Kureha's got a good heart. She's got her own way of judging people and situations, and she knows right from wrong. She's a good person. Go, Lin Mo said casually. Luo stopped short, turning to Lin Mo. What did you say? Her medical skills are worth learning, Lin Mo said. This is your shot. You snooze, you lose. Don't even hesitate. I'm not crazy about that old bat Kureha, but her medical skills are top-notch. Lin Mo's right, the hotel owner, Poke, chimed in. Luo, if you really want to learn more, this is it. Before you leave Drum Island, go find Kureha. Luo hesitated, clearly battling something in his mind. Finally, he clenched his fists, looked at Lin Mo, and asked, So, I should go. Lin Mo chuckled. You're free to do whatever you want. Luo nodded and took off in the direction Kureha had gone. Let's head back to Windmill Town, Poke said, looking relieved. Just then, Hilyulik's voice came from the nearby pine forest. Huh? Did old lady Kureha leave? Poke frantically tried to grab Lin Mo's arm, but Lin Mo sidestepped him. Hilyulik's back, the crazy quack doctor. We gotta go. Hey, who are you calling a crazy quack doctor? Hilyulik said, approaching with a scowl. Behind him was Chopper, back in his little reindeer form. Lin Mo stared at Chopper, a smirk playing on his lips. Sure enough, Hilyulik had gotten to Chopper. Seeing Lin Mo looking at him, Chopper quickly hid behind Hilyulik, only covering half of his head, leaving the rest of him exposed. Seeing Hilyulik approaching and Lin Mo showing no signs of leaving, Poke blurted, I'm outta here. And bolted toward Windmill Town. That old geezer. Hilyulik muttered, then turned his attention to Lin Mo. He saw Lin Mo looking behind him. Hilyulik glanced back to see Chopper sticking out. He chuckled. Chopper, you're hiding all wrong again. Chopper gasped, slowly moving so that only half his face was visible, peering at Lin Mo. Hilyulik shook his head, amused. Then he turned to Lin Mo and grinned. I named this little guy Tony Chopper. Pretty good name, huh? Lin Mo nodded slightly. Hilyulik beamed. Great. Chopper, see? Some people aren't afraid of you and won't hurt you. This young man looks like a good egg. Come on out. Chopper blinked and carefully stepped out from behind Hilyulik. A faint blush appeared on his face. He spoke shyly but happily, thanks for this morning. No problem, Lin Mo replied evenly. Hilyulik's smile faltered. He jumped back in surprise. Huh? Chopper, you can talk. Why didn't you say anything before? He immediately realized something else. You two know each other. Huh? I thought Chopper didn't know anyone. What's going on? Chapter 63 Drum Island, Chopper's desire to get stronger Hililik never expected Chopper to know Lin Mo. And he'd just given Chopper a name on his own. What if Chopper already had a name? Would that make him look foolish? Hililik blushed and stammered, Chopper, little reindeer, do you already have a name? Chopper blinked, looked up at Hililik, and smiled sweetly. No, I really like the name Chopper. Thank you, Dr. Hililik. Hililik was stunned, then overwhelmed. You're the first one to ever thank me. Ah, you little reindeer are too adorable. He exaggeratedly wiped away tears. Chopper, being simple-minded, panicked at seeing Hililik cry. Oh no, Dr. Hililik, are you okay? Don't cry. What should I do? Oh no, I don't know what to do. Ha ha ha. Hililik, seeing Chopper's flustered reaction, burst into laughter through his tears. Chopper, I'm fine. I'm just too happy. You're such a kind little guy. Chopper looked confused, then scratched the back of his head and wiggled around in place, delighted. You jerk. It doesn't make me happy even if you praise me. Ha ha ha. Hililik roared with laughter. The atmosphere was light and cheerful. Lin Mo was practically invisible, just a background prop between Hililik and Chopper. He felt like he didn't even need to be there, enjoying the feeling of not being stared at. Lin Mo turned to leave, quick as a whip. Chopper trotted up to Lin Mo, making little sound effects with his steps. With a flushed face, he gazed up at Lin Mo. You're the first person who hasn't looked down on me or been scared of me. You even saved me. Thank you so much. What's your name, mister? When I grow up and get strong, I'll definitely repay you. Lin Mo looked down at Chopper and replied, my name doesn't matter. And I don't need you to repay me. Humans aren't always scary, and monster isn't always an insult. You'll meet more kind people as you go. Until then, just do what you need to do. With that, Lin Mo stepped around him and continued toward Yekai Town. Chopper stared after Lin Mo, dumbfounded. Hililik walked over to Chopper, watching Lin Mo's retreating figure with him. Chopper, you've met a truly good person. Chopper asked innocently, Dr. Hililik, what did that guy mean? I didn't understand. Hililik smiled. It means that humans aren't as scary as you think. There are plenty of kind people out there. Like that kid said, you're bound to meet more gentle folks in the future. Until then, don't lose faith in humans, Chopper. Chopper nodded, still not quite understanding. He asked again, what does insult mean? Page 89. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Monster is a loaded word, it's got negative connotations. Hililik paused, then went on, but it can mean different things, good or bad. You're young, you might not get it now, but you will when you're older. You'll understand what that kid was trying to say. Chopper nodded, looking over at Lin Mo, who was walking away again. I'm too weak now, Dr. Hililik. Will I ever be strong enough to pay him back? Hililik looked at Chopper, a pang of sadness hitting him. Chopper, don't think like that. That kid doesn't expect you to pay him back. He didn't say it because he thought you were weak. I know, Chopper replied with a smile. Even if it's not about paying him back, I still need to get stronger so I can protect the things that matter. Dr. Hililik, please teach me about medicine. Lin Mo hadn't gone far when the system notification chimed in his head. Ding! Being a role model for Chopper and earning Dr. Hililik's approval has boosted sign-in progress by 20%. Current total, 90%. New skill unlocked, entry-level Yin Healing. Before Lin Mo could even process that, info about Yin Healing flashed into his mind. It was a medical ninjutsu from Naruto that could minimize damage by predicting where an enemy would strike and healing that spot preemptively. Using this skill required predicting attacks and making instant decisions, not a problem for Lin Mo, who already had observation haki. It seemed like a good support skill too. He had guessed that Hiluluk might give him a boost, but 20% was awesome, only 10% left. He'd be there soon. Without dwelling on it, Lin Mo headed toward Kureha's town. As soon as the townspeople saw him, they flinched, like he was something scary, fear in their eyes. No need to guess, it was probably because of Walpo sending his guards around town this morning, looking for him, whatever, as long as they didn't bother him. He ignored their stares and went straight back to Poke's hotel. Poke, looking worried, called him over as soon as he walked in. Lin Mo, come over here. I need to talk to you. Lin Mo walked over. Poke lowered his voice. The guards found Walpo. He was seriously injured, but Dr. 20 patched him up. He's fine now. Dr. 20 was the team of 20 doctors Walpo kept around to serve him. Lin Mo shrugged. So, Poke looked like he was about to have a heart attack. How can you be so calm? Walpo's put out a bounty on you. Anyone who helps you gets the death penalty. I hate to do this, but I've got a family to think about, so I can't let you stay here. Okay, I'll leave, Lin Mo said calmly. Poke looked surprised. You're not mad? Lin Mo shook his head. It's cool. Poke quickly grabbed the deposit Lin Mo had paid. Here's your money back. Keep it, Lin Mo said. Just give me another jar of your homemade wine. Poke rushed to grab 2 jars from under the counter. Lin Mo took them without a word and walked out, clutching the jars. He'd only been gone a few minutes when a squad of guards, heavily armed, ran up and surrounded him. The townspeople scrambled for cover. Ha ha ha, you little punk. Nowhere to run now. A loud, arrogant voice. The guards parted, and Walpo rode into view on his furry hippo, Robson, surrounded by 20 doctors in masks, gloves, and pink hazmat suits. Chapter 64 Drum Island newly promoted O Huang Luo Walpo had taken a beating from Lin Mo. Dr. 20 had healed him up good, never been so embarrassed in his life. He wanted revenge on Lin Mo. He wanted to make him suffer. Walpo had ordered a manhunt for them. Anyone caught helping would be executed. Seeing Lin Mo clutching the wine jars, Walpo smirked. Drinking at your age? That's your problem. You messed with the wrong guy. Next year, this day, you'll be dead. Bring out the hostages. Lin Mo. Hostages? Who? He stared blankly. 2 guards dragged a mother and daughter out from behind Walpo. Walpo grinned. If you don't want them to get hurt, stand right there and don't move. Lin Mo. He stared at them. He didn't even know them. Please, don't hurt us. The woman clutched her crying daughter. Please, do what he says. Or he'll kill us. Oh, Lin Mo sneered. So, it's okay if I die? The woman looked confused, wiping her tears. I know it's not fair, and you don't have to risk your life for strangers, but if you don't listen to him, my daughter and I are dead. Even if you live, you'll have our deaths on your conscience. We were arrested because of you. Don't you have a responsibility to save us? Responsibility? Lin Mo scoffed. Page 90. You are listening at novelfull.audio. He didn't think he was a bad dude, and honestly, he wasn't. Whether he felt like saving someone was a total mood thing, kidnapping people based on his whims. He thought that was just ridiculous. Walpo cackled. Ha 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 ha, you're toast. Let's see you wiggle out of this one. Get him. First one to take down this kid gets a reward. Yes, sir. The guards around them shouted back. They all raised their guns, aiming right at Lin Mo. Meanwhile, down the street, Luo had been tailing Kureha, desperate for her to teach him medicine, but Kureha kept telling him to buzz off. She had nothing to say to him. They walked down the street, one behind the other, and soon spotted Lin Mo surrounded by guards. Lin Mo. Luo was surprised to see the situation. He took a couple of steps forward, wanting to help, but then stopped. Seeing him hesitate, Kureha smirked. Hey. What's up? Your little buddy in trouble. You gonna bail on him? Luo chuckled. A little dog pile like that? Lin Mo can handle it. Hey, hey, hey. Sounds like you think pretty highly of him. Of course. Luo suddenly got an idea. He turned to Kureha, grinning. You look bored. How about we make a bet? Kureha scoffed. You think I'm some chump you can trick that easily? Luo grinned. What, you scared to bet? Hey, hey, hey. Kureha laughed. Nice try, but that reverse psychology stuff doesn't work on me. Luo cut to the chase. We bet on how long it takes Lin Mo to take those guys out. If you win, I'll stop bugging you to teach me medicine. If I win, you give me some pointers. Deal? Humph, you think you're so clever. Kureha smiled. Hey, 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 you said it, if I win, you leave me alone. Fine, I bet he'll take them out in 3 minutes. Luo asked, you sure about that? Kureha saw the cocky look in Luo's eyes. She took a swig of her drink. Looks like you're real confident in your little friend. He, 3 minutes is way too long. I'll bet 1 minute. You sure? Luo pressed. Kureha noticed Luo's serious expression, then grinned. Hey, 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 positive. Just 1 minute. I bet that kid Lin Mo can handle those losers in under a minute. Okay, Luo said, a corner of his mouth twitching. In that case, I'll bet 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Kureha's face froze. You're saying that kid Lin Mo can take them all down in 10 seconds, Luo shrugged. Not sure, but if we're betting, might as well go big, right? Maybe Lin Mo will pull it off. Kureha was speechless. What a nutcase. Luo said casually, if I lose, no big deal. I'll just stick with Lin Mo. I've been following him for a couple of months anyway, what's a little longer? Lin Mo, hearing the whole conversation with his observation hockey, didn't want Luo to keep following him, so, to make sure Luo didn't become his shadow, right before the guards opened fire, Lin Mo gave them a burst of conqueror's hockey. Everyone in the area, including the crying mother and daughter, dropped like flies. That's the perk of having conqueror's hockey, Luo. Kureha. Luo's mouth twitched, and a few drops of sweat popped up on his forehead. What the heck did you just do, Lin Mo? Kureha was stunned. Huh? Seriously? No way, Luo coughed, embarrassed. Guess I won the bet. Kureha felt like she'd been played. You little sneak. I got hustled. No. Luo didn't mean for this to happen. He didn't actually think Lin Mo could pull it off in 10 seconds. I really didn't know he could do that, even though I knew he was strong. Kureha took a drink, calmed herself down, and then said, forget it, forget it. You got me. Ugh, what a pain. Luo was thrilled. So, you'll teach me some medical skills, Kureha said impatiently, I'm a woman of my word, alright? And I'm a tough teacher. If you can't hack it, you can quit anytime. Luo grinned. Huh, don't worry. I can handle anything. Back with Lin Mo, after he took out Walpo's crew in a flash, the system dinged. Ding. Help Luo and the witch Kureha, check-in progress plus 10%, Ding. Magnetic Drum Island check-in complete. Congratulations, you've unlocked the advanced skill in healing and wound extinguishing. Reward, armament hockey level +1. Current armament hockey level, LV6, instantly, a powerful force surged through Lin Mo's body, it was like an invisible shield had enveloped him, instantly reducing the biting cold of the environment by more than half, == Chapter 65, The Promise Before Parting on Magnetic Drum Island == Lin Mo was a bit surprised that he'd completed the Magnetic Drum Island sign-in mission. He hadn't expected that just trying to ditch Luo would finish it up. Still, the result was pretty good, so he wasn't complaining. Lin Mo opened his stats. Name, Lin Mo. Age, 10. Check-in location, Alabasta, 0%.